An agreement reached in principle on funding for U.S. border security with just days to go before what might otherwise have been another government shutdown. Refugee Bahraini footballer Hakim El Arabi arrives in Australia upon release from jail in Bangkok after Bahrain dropped extradition proceedings.
It also makes it more difficult for America to be present. That is, if that equipment is co-located in places where we have important American systems, it makes it more difficult for us to partner alongside them.
An ultimatum from Washington to its allies. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo makes it clear that doing business with Huawei could complicate partnerships with Washington. I'm Lokus, we're tracking the top news stories across Asia and the globe. In our very top story, U.S. congressional negotiators say they have reached a tentative deal on border security funding. Now, this will ward off another partial government shutdown that would have been due on Saturday. Funding for several key federal agencies will otherwise expire on Friday, but they gave no further details. Meanwhile, President Trump is speaking at a rally in the state of Texas, right on the border with Mexico. And these are live pictures out of the city of El Paso. Mr. Trump is making a fresh push for funds from Congress to fulfill his campaign promise of constructing a wall at the U.S.-Mexico border. Mr. Trump's demands in December for nearly $6 billion for the wall triggered a 35-day partial government shutdown. That ended last month without him getting the funding that he'd asked for. Mr. Trump agreed to reopen the government for 3 weeks to allow congressional negotiators time to find a compromise on government funding for the rest of the fiscal year. This, of course, ends September the 30th. Daniel Richards joins us now from the U.S. Capitol. Daniel, what's the deal? Now, we've heard an agreement in principle and the details are being fleshed out. So what really is that deal that's been reached in Congress?